I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We've all been there.
Really? Manipulated an entire town into giving up their talents so they wouldn't think they were special?
Overpowered by magic I couldn't control and created a rift between two worlds, almost destroying both of them in the process.
Turned an entire school into my own personal zombie army in hopes of conquering a distant pony world.
Oh hey, someone finally had the proper reaction to all this madness.
I wanted to be like you. I wanted everything. So I tried to be like you, and I got swept away.
Hey every pony, welcome back to Pony Talk. So, people really like to compare Starlight Glimmer to Sunset Shimmer, don't they? So much so that I did a whole video explaining how they're different. And I stand by that, because really, their similarities are just superficial. They're both powerful unicorns who are dark reflections of Twilight, who Twilight herself helped reform. And they do have similar sounding names. But once you go below the surface, their motivations and characters are different. Despite what many people still want to say. But there is a character, from Equestria Girls no less, that is a lot like Sunset. And yes, I know I gave it away in the last video and the title of this video, but just go with me here. That, of course, being Juniper Montage. And I know what you're thinking. Well, how can she be like Sunset? She's just a one-note character we don't care about and probably never will see again. Well, if you rewind the clock about 5 years, you'll remember people said the same thing about Sunset Shimmer. Because, let's be honest, Sunset in Equestria Girls 1 was a one-dimensional, cliché, mean girl-style villain. And there were quite a few people saying that she's just gonna be forgotten and no one's gonna care about her in a year's time. Oh boy, what a difference a year did make, right? And maybe I'm crazy, but I see that same potential in Juniper. Especially since her backstory is quite similar to Sunset's. Now, granted, she did have a better introduction because she was completely adorkable.
JK Yearling is very hands-on when it comes to the sets and props for the movie. Have you met her? Just once when she came to check out the relics. I did get her to sign a copy of the latest Daring Do book, though.
But once she was revealed to be the thief and got a job at the mall, a lot of the same characteristics started to show themselves. She was petty, she was spiteful, and she felt she deserved the world's adoration. And she also happened to find an object infused with equestrian magic that gave her a magical transformation. Okay, I love the series, but really, you guys need to stop going to this well. We're over the magical transformations. Thankfully, Forgotten Friendship went a different route, so yay progress. Although, I do want to point out that Juniper didn't really attack anyone after her transformation until Starlight tried to take the mirror from her. She was just acting out her fantasy of being a star on a runway. Also, before the complete magical transformation, I'm a little disturbed how attractive I found her magical reflection. Of course, Juniper herself is pretty cute, so maybe that was part of it. Anyway, yeah, this kinda did follow a lot of the same story beats as Sunset and Equestria Girls 1, didn't it? And just like Sunset, I think there was something just below the surface that hinted at a bigger problem. Specifically pointed out in these two moments.
I just wanted to be Daring Do. I just wanted people to like me. Who would want to be my friend?
It makes me believe that outside of just the fan dream of playing your favorite character, Juniper wanted to be Daring Do because she really thought being famous would get her friends. There's just an inherent loneliness in both those lines that really make me wonder what's going on with her. I mean, even when she got caught stealing the props from the movie, she seemed genuinely remorseful.
Not only did you jeopardize the production, endanger the safety of the actors and the film crew, but you also lied to me and took advantage of my trust!
I know, and I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt anyone, and I was going to return all the props just as soon as Chestnut quit. I hope you can forgive me.
It really makes me wonder what her life outside of what we've seen is like. Maybe she is a bit like Saitwai in that she didn't have any friends and just buried herself in the Daring Do books. Or, like Sunset, believes power equals friendship. And like Sunset, I believe there is a wealth of potential in exploring this idea. Again, we never thought Sunset would become one of the most beloved characters in the franchise after the first Equestria Girls movie. And while I don't think Juniper is ever going to hit that height, I do think she'd become a very well-liked character if given the chance. Of course, that is the problem. Lately, Hasbro doesn't seem to follow up on these things. Just put her in a short or one of the specials, just something we can see how she's still friends with the girls. I mean, heck, maybe Sunset could have gone to Juniper, because I doubt Wallflower would have known about her and see if Juniper still remembered her. At least that would have made Sunset realize she wasn't going insane. And, you know, continuity, that's always good. Though I can see how that wouldn't fit in the story, but still, it'd just be nice for Juniper to come back at least once. But maybe that's wishful thinking at this point. I just hope there'll be some people that want to explore her more in fanfics. Honestly, that's kind of what brought this on. I read somewhere on FemFiction that there was no tag for her because she was a one-dimensional character that people didn't want to write about. So I hope maybe in some small way I helped change that attitude a bit, and there will be more stuff with her. I just hate seeing character potential go to waste, especially when much more annoying characters keep popping up. And no, I will not let that go! And speaking of divisive characters, join me next time when I talk about the other half of the Juniper Reformation equation, Starlight Glimmer, and how she was handled in Equestria Girls. Until then, I am Blackbird, and I'll see you again for more Pony Talk.